This is going to be a super short video intended for people who are new to or perhaps still learning how to play Arena in World of Warcraft. We're going to be walking through a clean example of how to set up CC chains that force out enemy cooldowns, with the ultimate goal being to, kill someone. This particular VOD was chosen because everything went perfectly to script on our end. Not all your games will look like this, because ours certainly don't. But these principles apply across the board no matter what you play or in what situation you're in. Your goal is always going to be to get more buttons out of the enemy than you put into them. So, a quick rundown of our composition. This footage is from Season 2 of BFA, and we are playing Beast Mastery Hunter, Retribution Paladin, and Holy Paladin at 2500 MMR. To quote German multi-glad Ret Paladin Accident, at the time BM Hunter Ret Paladin was
a meme comp.
The comp's primary strength is its burst windows and its lack of ramp up time. We don't need to dot up a kill target. Once our cooldowns are going, we can put that damage into anyone. We also have the ability to set up cross CC chains on the healer and kill target regularly. The burst of the Hunter and Ret Paladin can be aligned to devastating effect and should be lined up with the CC chains. So going into the match, here is the plan. We're going to start with my stun on the Windwalker, and the Hunter's stun into Trap, into the Holy Paladin's stun into Blind on the healer. During this, both DPS are going to pop out full burst into the Windwalker. The enemy team must respond to this in some way, otherwise the monk will just die. Our goal with the setup is to get a trinket and a save from either of the monks. Either the Mistweaver will trinket a CC and use Life Cocoon, or the monk will trinket and Karma. Both scenarios will give us a kill window later down the line. The Windwalker is certain to Transcendence out of danger at some point during the opener. In this scenario, we are looking to flip the damage to the DK, and look to either get that trinket Cocoon again, or get Iceman Fortitude from the Death Knight. This would make him a vulnerable target for a future setup. As you draw through the clip, you'll see the Windwalker sits the initial Hammer of Justice before using his Touch of Karma. We use Blessing of Protection on it, admittedly a little slow. This forces the monk to port. We then flip the damage over to the Death Knight. At this point, the Hunter's Trap ends and the Holy Paladin's stun connects into his Blinding Light, adding another 9 seconds of CC to the chain on the Mistweaver. With our burst still at its peak, the Death Knight's health plummets and forces the Mistweaver's Trinket and Life Cocoon on the DK at as little as 5% health. Had the DK used IPF, he would now be a potential kill target, but as he did not, we want to get back on the Windwalker, who is still without his Karma. At this point, we launch our Maledict Trinkets on the Windwalker to keep up the momentum. This ends with our Hunter landing a trap on the Mistweaver and my stun on the Windwalker. This gets the Windwalker's Trinket, Battle Masters, and Fortifying Brew. The Windwalker's only remaining cooldown is Diffuse Magic. Out of this chain, the enemy team responds with their own go. Our primary focus then turns to defense as I get away from my teammates. Our Holy Paladin trades his Blessing of Sacrifice, which effectively ends their offensive go. The Windwalker uses his port, and this isolates the Mistweaver and forces him to use his own port as well. I've held my Hammer of Reckoning for this upcoming setup, and after the Ring of Peace fades, we pull the trigger. Both monks are stunned, and Trap lands on the healer, and the Windwalker gets re-stunned by the Holy Paladin, and the Windwalker goes down. Had the monks survived the setup, our main damage would have been back up with Blind for the next go, but the Windwalker's Karma would have been back up, as well as both Trinket and Cocoon up for the Mistweaver. Things would still be in our favour, but would have likely set back our kill window for at least another 90 seconds, and given the enemy team their own chance to win. There are things the enemy team could have done better. It seems the DK wasn't playing AMZ, which would have potentially have saved the Windwalker's Trinket during the Maledicts. The DK falls to 5% health, but the Life Cocoon doesn't connect until he's back to around 50. Maybe the healer could have held it. We can speculate about how the opposition could have played better, but ultimately this is the core of what Arena is. People make mistakes, they panic and do something they maybe didn't need to. Games don't play out exactly the same each time. That is what separates it from PvE. The goal of this video was to demonstrate how a
meme comp
can make something of itself by playing to its strengths. Unholy Windwalker Mistweaver was known for being tanky and oppressive throughout Season 2, but we managed to make the comp look fragile by playing to our setups. Good luck in Season 3.